because y'all were the champion. It's all competition.
Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my son.
Mike Man for Fitness.
And as always, thank you guys for watching.
And I'm working for the man today.
Yeah, that's right. He's working for the man today. Get to work, man. We're actually doing some great work here in the shop. He's painting. Check it out. These are the cabinet doors. This is the first coat of paint. We can only do one side at a time. After we put that first coat on, we'll go through and we'll actually caulk this little edge so that way it can expand and contract. This is for Don's, and back there you can see the countertop, but I can't sand the countertop while he's doing that. Philly Cowboy, man, you are a loyal subscriber. You're there everywhere. Let me turn off the. I got lots of different tools. This is actually up here.
Yeah,
it's a fine dust collector and stuff in here.
It's
I know.
like that is too.
Well, that's the one that hooks up to the machine, but this gets the fine dust and stuff
This
in here.
one does too.
I got all kinds of toys in here, and I love them, but they're kind of noisy. But I'm happy as can be. Tomorrow, the team goes to Oxnard. How you feel about that, Mike?
I'm ready for Saturday. So we can rain on Ed Oliver's parade.
Yeah, we're going.
And meet some of you great fans too that live
There
in
you
Richmond.
go. Definitely gonna have a ball. I've been.
YouTube Blues gonna be going with this.
Is it? You talk to him?
His wife said it's cool.
Well, she's okay.
Well, she said she can come, so more likely he will. If he
Yeah,
gets there on time.
I'd rather go to Cowboys training camp, but
I would too, but when was the last time we actually had a meetup in Richmond with all of our fans that live in that
last time I
area?
went to Redskins training camp was 2013 in
Because
Texas.
I haven't been.
RG3.
I haven't been to Redskins training camp or met some of these great fans.
Do I think it
out
was
there.
okay? Here's the thing. Do I think it's a good thing to let Hearns go?
Yes. 'Cause you get
We're
the
talking about a
vibes.
guy. Okay, Hearns. Hearns is a great guy. Hearns has done a lot of stuff with Cowboys experience and everything else. He does work in the community. He's a great guy and stuff. But the reality of football is you only have so big a pie to spread around.
Did you see that?
You're talking about $5 million for a guy at best is going to be your fourth man.
I saw something on YouTube and I posted it on my YouTube.
What's that?
Steve Smith,
Mm-hmm.
ASL, or ALS. That dude is messed up in football.
Oh, yeah, he's got Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah, he is messed up.
There's also a guy from Baltimore, and he's actually working in the offices. I met him when we were doing a photo shoot with Steve Smith, the wide receiver. Shorts, not Stephen A. Smith, but Steve Smith is good. But yeah, football, man, it's bad.
That's why I'm not mad about that Prescott getting paid after seeing that. What guys actually sacrifice.
So anyway, back to Alan Hearns. Like I said, Hearns, when you look at it right now, okay, you know Amari Cooper's your number one. You got to believe Randall Cobb is your slot guy, number two, and you got to look at Michael Gallup as your third wide.
What was it? The undrafted free agent wide receiver, they really like him too.
Right, and so
I don't know his name, but they really like him too.
And you say, I can say $5 million over here, or I can have him as the fourth or fifth wide receiver. $5 million. That's why you got to do that.
You can have an undrafted free agent for almost nothing.
Right, for peanuts.
That's actually,
So, and here's the thing: there's going to be some other guys. Honestly, you're going to see some camp battles that may determine whether some of these bigger name veterans are here. Because with the collective bargaining agreement doing what they did, basically no longer, sliding the rookies. You know what you're going to pay a rookie. And you know he is getting chump change, hence Dak Prescott, okay? They can't renegotiate, which is why the veterans, it's harder for a veteran because you become really, really expensive. When you think about your rookie class being signed for like under $10 million. When you look at Lyle Collins being a $9.8 million hit, you start saying, is Connor McGovern ready to take over? That's the way. I'm not saying that that's what they should do, but that's the discussion. And when you get to camp and you start looking at some of these guys,
Louis' job is not safe.
Right, you start looking at this. Some of the guys are going to be expendable. So yeah. That's actually not that far from the color of their necklace. So here's what's cool. I am not very organized. I suck at organization. I will be the first one to tell you
You ain't
that.
gonna.
But I'm trying to do better. So while we've been working in the shop, each day I try and organize just a little bit more, get a few more things. And what's funny is I'm finding tools and shit that I have not seen. It's like, damn, I bought 10 of those, because I'm not
I
organized.
found a nice pair of shoes too when I was cleaning.
See, you got a good pair of shoes. Man, I need to do it because I need to find some shoes. Well, here's what's kind of funny. I've met a few people that have had a profound effect on my life, okay? Mike Haynes, Hall of Famer Mike Haynes, cornerback for the Raiders. He was with New England. New England traded him to the Raiders, and between him and, I can't remember his name on the other side, Lester Hayes. Those two were some bad cornerbacks, and this is back in the day where they lit up wide receivers. And Mike Haynes is like, he's like Emerson Walls. Emerson Walls is a real big guy too. And you don't think of most cornerbacks as big, but Mike Haynes is, he's about 6'2" or so. And he was working for the NFL with the rookies, basically trying to let them know that, listen, you've got to be wise with your money. Because when you hear about guys like Mark Gastineau, who now, has cancer, I'm trying to remember what cancer he has, and has no money, that he has to do GoFundMe pages.
Was it Steve Young?
Well, a lot of these guys are broke. Well,
Steve Young was the most. I think it was Steve Young.
But like Mark Brunell invested in like Whataburger. He ended up losing all his money. Dan Marino lost all his money. So you're talking about guys that have made a lot of money, but they've lost it. So the NFL is trying to say, hey, listen, guys, stop going out there and buying 50 cars with the 50-inch rims and shit, and buying like 5,000 pairs of Nikes.
It's okay if you have
Warren
one.
Sapp.
If you have one. It's okay if you have one.
I'm not saying don't go out and have nice things, but Warren Sapp, what you gonna do with 5,000 pairs of Nikes?
Why can't you just have 5? Why can't you just have 5 nice pairs of shoes instead of 50?
No, but 5,000 pairs of Nikes. When he declared bankruptcy, that was listed as one of his assets.
You can't have 5 nice pairs of shoes.
Okay, so or you look at Vince Young, who was like spending $5,000 a week in Cheesecake Factory. Why not just buy the restaurant, eat there for free? This is the kind of stuff.
What about the plane? He bought all the seats to fly by.
You know what? I want to be in a big old jet airliner by myself. So let me buy all the seats. It's like, why not just go ahead and rent a charter flight? J5.
I know.
But be this way. What he said was, listen, don't buy mama a house. Buy mama an apartment building, something that will make money down the road. Because it's sad, because sometimes you hear about NFL players that have bought mamas a house, and then they get repossessed, foreclosed on. When you hear about Adrian Peterson, now think about this. Adrian Peterson is still playing and getting paid by the NFL.
Yeah, by the Redskins.
But they said he's in financial.
Because
all these loans.
We heard on the radio too.
Yeah, how are you broke? That you got to go out and borrow money, and you've been playing the NFL. If you're broke now while you're playing and having to borrow money, dude, what's going to happen in 2 years or so when you're out in the league?
To play for us, Terrence Williams.
Yeah. He's still playing. He's getting his car, repossessed. Bought the Lamborghini. That sucker was wrecked. You know how much value he lost in that? Letting the stripper drive it? Yeah. But anyway, the thing that I learned, and I learned this also too, Alfred Morris was the same way. Alfred Morris is still riding his bike to practice and stuff and driving a beat-up car. Nnamdi Asomugha, he stole money from the Eagles, but he didn't spend it either. Because he was still driving like a 97 Maxima. Because it still runs. Why waste a whole lot of money? Why waste a whole lot of money on something that's just going to depreciate, And that's me. Because a lot of y'all look at me because you guys know, I'm always wearing my brand, Jobu Sports Report, okay? I got a million different Jobu shirts, okay? They're paint covered and stuff, but there's no holes in them or anything like that, right? And my truck, I bought new in 2005. It's got 185,000 miles on it. Okay, I like thinking of myself as like Sanford and Son, because in fact I'm thinking about trying to use that as my theme song. So when me and Mike are in the truck, then we go boom, 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 ba 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 ba. Okay, you guys all know that. I'll probably get demonetized because I use that, but it's got 280,000 miles on it, and I just had to drop a couple $1,000s on it to keep it on the road. But it's 280,000 miles worth of memories. And guess what? Personal property taxes. It's real low because it's not worth a whole lot. It still runs. It looks like hell, but it still runs. But here's the cool thing about it. I want you to think about this, because I learned this just the other night. My man called it a moon truck. I was like, a moon truck? Moon truck? Have you ever heard that before? A moon truck. Moon truck. And I was kind of like, what does that mean? He said, the distance between the Earth and the moon is like 230-some thousand miles. He said, your truck has already been to the moon, and it's coming back. So it's my goal to get my truck to the moon and all the way back here. But here's the thing about it, though. Think about it. If you go out and you buy a new car every 2 years, and you say, let's say you got a $500 a month bill for that new car, right? $500 a month. That's $6,000 a year. So $6,000 a year. Times that by 10 years. That's $60,000, right? And generally speaking, it's going to be worthless. If you go out and spend $250 for a pair of Nikes, in 6 months they come out with a new one, where's that money? But think about if you took that $500 a month and you put it towards something, invested it. Just $500 a month. If he did that every month from the time he was 20, by the time he's my age, dude had millions of dollars in the bank. It doesn't necessarily take a lot. And that's why it's like, for me, before I buy something, I look at it and say, like, tool-wise, if I'm going to buy a tool, I got to look at it and say, is it going to last? Is it going to make the job better? Is it going to make the job easier? And will it pay for itself? And if it does all those things, I got no problem spending whatever money for it. And that's why I've got some tools in here, like the shaper right here. This thing cost me $2,000. But I think about how many thousands of cabinet doors and like all this molding. Look at this. Look at this. This molding right here. You see this? This does not exist like this. I could have spent $1,000 just getting somebody to make this for me, but instead I spent $250 for a stack of lumber, and I spent 4 or 5 hours on it. That paid for half of this machine right here. So that's the mentality that you have to have about spending money. So my moon truck, I'm gonna hold on to my moon truck. It's going, until. And here's the thing. There's a comedian who talked about guys keep their underwear till they literally just disintegrate and just become, they're just gone. That's what's slowly happening to my truck. And until it finally just disintegrates, I'm gonna keep on driving it. So anyway, that's our doors that we're working on here, and I'm cleaning up. But what I'm learning is I suck at being organized, but I'm working on it. And what I'm finding out as I've been going through, and I cleaned out my storage building down below a couple of days ago, so I could hang up like the sawhorses instead of them leaning up against the wall. I got more room to walk around in here. It's actually really good. Season opener, Giants, hell yes, I can't wait. And I can't wait for the Redskin game, man. The tailgate is growing by the minute. I mean, literally, the tailgate is going to be huge. We might need to get more parking spaces. I think Berry City's got 8. We might need to get like 2 more.
Yeah, but that's a minimum of 16 spaces.
Yeah.
Because they said anything that's not, if no one's parking there, you can use it for a tailgate. So technically 17. So we have like 17 spaces, so we should do that.
Oh, Eric, sorry you missed this last. Well, see, here's the thing. Cowboys experience, you know, we're working together and stuff, doing things. That they are a great group of people. I mean, the access we got down at the Eagle game last year was incredible. So we're working on getting the tailgate and stuff together. Red zone lot is where we're going to be.
It's like
and so,
it's the Metro, and it's the next one to the left or the right of the Metro.
Right, so it's close. It's actually close to the Metro.
Yeah, it's like one section by the Metro. It's not too far from the Metro.
At Tracy, Mark is always fun and knowledgeable, along with Michael Anthony Fitness. Okay, what's cool? Well, it probably won't be cool because it's September in DC, and it's a 1 o'clock game. It's actually probably going to be pretty warm.
Yeah, as long as it's not windy. As long as it's not windy, we're good.
The wind was the only bad thing that we had last time.
Yeah, because
but 1 o'clock game. Here's what we're planning on doing, because what happens at FedEx Field is it's a dump. I'm sorry. It is like one of the worst stadiums in the NFL.
Yeah, but it's one of the best ones that we've been to that has good Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Because the Dallas Cowboys Stadium Wi-Fi is terrible.
Yeah, because you're focused on everything but what's going on around you. What's going around the rest of the NFL, so they figure they got to do that.
No, the other thing, too, is because AT&T owns the stadium that it's on AT&T.
Philly Cowboys 76, you're going to be there? Cool. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to have this thing set up. Like I said, we're going to have food, we're going to have the television, we're going to have food, we're going to have the television, we're going to have tons of Cowboy fans, and we're going to have a great time. Now, what we're supposedly working on, and don't quote me if it does not happen, but what Barry said is he's already been talking to Lincoln Coleman, okay? You guys remember I interviewed Lincoln Coleman. Lincoln Coleman is funny as hell, who was with the Cowboys back in the 90s. He's got a ring. He may be there. One of the former cheerleaders, I forgot, is supposed to be there. There's a blogger, female blogger. They do basically fantasy football. I think they have like over 300,000 women followers. Their whole thing is including women and stuff in football and sports and stuff. They may be there as well. So it's going to be a party, and I can't wait. And it's not far away, guys. Can I pitch in for food when I see you there? Sure, man, no problem. Definitely. Yeah.
You want to donate, you want to welcome to.
We won't turn it down. You know, like I said, we're going to have.
That's what people normally do.
Did I have 80 pounds of chicken wings last year?
I mean, all that.
A lot of the stuff I'm going to actually be prepping before we get there, because the problem is the lot's only open 4 hours before kickoff, and so you got to be able to hit the ground running. So I'll end up doing like the pulled pork like the day before. I'll end up having like the chili ready to go, so all we got to do is warm it up, and then we do the wings and stuff right there, as well as the black and blue sliders. So yeah.
Andy Reid like lost some weight.
Andy Reid?
Yeah, you could look at his face and tell me like lost some weight.
All right.
Or talk about the man who should have got.
But here's what's okay.
The guy should have got suspended.
But does anybody else think that the NFL is kind of crazy with the way they're doing the suspension stuff? Because, okay, Tariq Hill, they said, well, there wasn't enough information from the police to do anything.
The only people that get suspended are drug-related stuff.
Well, but
that's what it seems like.
They got a Seattle Seahawk from 2017. They suspended him for 6 games.
For what?
It was for I think it was assault, domestic violence. But anyway, okay, so last night was not my normal night to do live streams. So they said, listen, what we want to do is we want to get Law Nation, we want to get Big Game James and you to do like an introduction for their Facebook page and stuff to kick the season off and get ready for training camp. And so it was impromptu. It was like, okay, all right. I mean, well, it wasn't impromptu. They told me the day before. But I thought we were just doing it on there. And they're like, no, we want to share it out to everywhere. I was like, oh, crap. So then I flip on the Mevo so that way I can get that. Hey, Miss Jackie, how you doing? Michael's over here working hard, and I'm doing what I do, talking a whole lot.
That's fine, but his balls today.
Today? Oh, I think he's trying to tell me something.
Nah, it's all good.
He's saying that he's going to take over.
Yeah, I like my job.
I like the fact that I don't have to paint that stuff because I hate painting.
I'd rather be doing this and pushing taxes all day.
Okay. I found some bottles of water that have been in here for a couple of years. Does water go bad in the plastic bottles?
If it's BPA free, probably does. I mean, if it's not BPA free, it probably does go bad. But that stuff's not good for you.
Tastes like water, or at least what we think water tastes like.
That's one thing I worry about is if it's not BPA free. That's what it's
AP is, bro. Yeah, that's what. And see, that's what I'm saying. That you gotta.
We're still playing.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It's what you do with it. You follow me? You can make $200,000 a year, but if you don't save a dime, it doesn't mean a damn thing. If you make $50,000 a year and you're able to put away $100 a week, who's going to have more money down the road? And that's where you got to look at ways that you can save to do the things you really want to do. You know, and I know a lot of people are like, you know what? I want a fancy car. I want, get a perfect clothes and stuff. And it always used to drive me crazy because when I was, out there dating and stuff, they look at me as like, look at that guy, man. He's homeless, ain't he? He's homeless. He's broke. But then they got this guy, of course, he rolls up in his nice car and everything else, fancy suit, $300 shades and everything else. And the women just flock to him. Dude living in his mama's basement. Dude living in his mama's basement. Ain't that some shit? So, that's what I'm... Is E2 Blue in here? Damn, we got everybody up in here.
E2 Blue's in here?
Wait a minute. E2. Somebody said good morning, E2. E2.
Are you going with us to Redskins training camp on Saturday? If you
E2, if you're here, E2, phone home. E2, phone home. That's going to be my new tagline. E2, phone home. Phone home. Okay. E2, if you're on there Saturday morning, early, Redskins training camp, Bad Mojo. Yo, E2, phone home. Okay, Saturday morning, we're looking at going down to Redskins training camp. We're going to bitch slap Ed Oliver. And we're going to throw some Bad Mojo. Okay, hold on. I'll be back.
And it's free to go, too.
Hold up.
And the best thing is it's free.
Boys. Hold up.
Free. It's free to get in. Hey, we'll get you a spot at the tailgate, but if you want to go to Redskins training camp with us on Saturday, my birthday, we have to be there by 9:45, and it's free to go. It's free to go in, so all you gotta do is show up. So if you want to come with us, we got spot for you reserved in my whip, and then we can meet at Oliver too. And meet some of our great fans, too, that are going to be out there. Yeah, he can please say okay.
Okay.
He say okay.
All right. In my hallway, I used to take all of Joe. I used to get a lot of stuff from Jobu and and I used to save it, but it got to be so much stuff that I couldn't keep things. But I've actually had this one up for quite a while. And this is actually from the last time we went to Redskins training camp, okay? In here, you see the picture of Jobu? He's holding this finger, okay? This was actually one of the first foam fingers that I made. And basically I took foam rubber and took like blue paint put on it, so it's actually, it's hard. But what I learned is if you take the foam rubber and carve out the finger, put it in dye, it actually is still soft like a real foam finger. And actually, I need to start doing those foam fingers again. Yeah. So this picture, this is from Redskins training camp in 2013. You'll see I'm wearing my Dallas Cowboy jersey, okay? I got Jobu here on the ground, right? This is standing on the sidelines, laying on the ground at the sidelines with taking a picture of Jobu giving the finger to the Redskins, okay? This picture ended up being in the Richmond Times-Dispatch, okay? And RG3 was never the same after that. So that's what we're going to do. So Jobu's going to take his foam finger, and we're going to go down there for the day and watch their practice and, have fun. Take a look at the Redskins. Find out.
And meet some of your great fans, too. Out there.
And find out if Trent Williams is going to show up. Because I tell you what, if Trent Williams does hold out and doesn't play for the Redskins, Eric Flowers is the starting tackle.
They said maybe change the positions what he needs.
Well,
For Flower.
Well, they want to play him at guard. That's the change of position. If he has to go back for playing tackle, be scared. Be scared. Your new quarterback. Be scared.
He was pissed.
All right, so
That guy on draft day was pissed. Not because they got to the Giants, but he went to the Redskins. So he's not proven. I don't see anything that says that he's going to be better than Germany.
I don't know if Daniel Jones is going to be anything.
We'll see. He benefits those who want the same system.
So, I know everybody's just looking around like, Mark, you ain't doing anything. But actually, what I'm doing, when you see me going back and forth, is I'm trying to reorganize my shop. Huh? That's okay, because that's just the first coat.
And I know that at least a couple of
I just want to say, I like that the Ryan boys, like little boys that don't listen. The Breeze boys will be out there running perfect post corners and goals.
Hold up.
talking about Odell Beckham.
We the boys.
Odell Beckham.
Hold up. We're making noise. Hold up. We the boys.
She shows the movies.
Come on, talk about Dallas Cowboys.
Rocky was a tough watch at this point. They love it. Great football reports. Breeze boys, killing it.
You know who else I know that you love?
Who?
Saquon Barkley.
Oh, the best.
You know who else I know that you
Saquon
love?
Barkley's a good people.
Christian.
He's a good individual.
Taking everyone over on your
I want to say that when he plays.
This is funny. I could make a joke of this. Goodbye, cracks. The cure for every plumber.
No, quarterback is doing that practice.
Okay. I'm going to go down to the storage building for a minute. Put this stuff down there.
I think that one's mine. I'm missing one.
Okay.
That's the only one that you should keep though, the quick charge one.
Alright, so we'll put this one back.
You know what I saw too?
What's that?
Okay, so when you go to Home Depot, they have the lawn equipment and stuff that with the battery, but they come with I think the 60 volt flex ones are the 9 volt I think, or the 9 milliamp-hour ones. But those ones are not good to meet with the 20 volt. I think the Radio Armstrong too something like that too. Of those ones as well. I think it comes with the 12 milliamp-hour ones. I know I saw it on Depot last time I was there. I wonder how good that stuff actually works.
Trying to get the stuff that belongs in the toolbox is in the toolbox. And get rid of stuff that just has just been here collecting dust for years and clean up. Because you guys watch, and it's like, damn, you got a messy shot. Clean that shit up. You go, oh man, the Saints game. Saints game, I tell you what, the Saints game is worth going for no other reason than going to the Big Easy and getting your eat on. Because I'm telling you, man, the shrimp and grits, the gumbo, the shrimp poor boys, the charbroiled oysters.
That's one of the few places where you saw on TV that was actually really good.
Yeah, that place. my jam here. This is a battery charger as well as a generator. When the power goes out, what we can do with this thing is flip a switch and it ends up generating power. I took my heavy duty, and I'm talking about a heavy duty Bosch hammer drill, and chopped up 3 cement pieces out of the ground with it. Okay, we're talking about 25 minutes continuous. I was impressed. Now, when I get my TV downstairs, I'm gonna hook it up and see how long it'll actually run off of it with those batteries, because the TV doesn't pull a whole lot. Good morning, Maui. How are you doing, Maui?
It says on the box you get 7 hours.
Jets are worth an estimated $2.8 billion per Forbes. Okay. The Cowboys were $5 billion.
Of course they are. We're the number 1 team in the world. The number 1 franchise in the world beating out.
Am I gonna make sure? Nah. Here's the thing. Making sure. Here's the problem. You only have so much time to make stuff. You know, I mean, literally. When you think about it, okay, let's say you get there at 10 o'clock. You want to be in the stadium by like 12. So that way you can see pregame, get your seat and everything on, and all that. So you really only have a window of about 2 hours. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to do something a little different. And I said this before, or I started to say this, and then I kind of go off. But because FedEx Field stinks, and you literally will spend an hour and a half trying to get out of the parking lot just to get to the main streets, instead of saying, let's pack up everything and run, because we're going to have people that are staying outside, we're going to have a TV, right? We're going to have food. So instead of sitting in the car for an hour and a half waiting in traffic, why not sit there and watch some of the 4 o'clock games and have a post game there? Eat some more wings. Just make it like an evening party. The sun's going down by then, so it's not going to be quite as hot. Jamal, really, we're going to have everything. Bring your you know, if you want to make a donation and stuff like that to help out, that's fine.
Bring your own chair.
But bring your chairs, or bring yourself some alcohol.
Yeah.
Bring your own alcohol. How about that one? Because I'm not going to be liable for somebody drinking too much and beating up some Redskins or anything. You know what I'm saying? So do that. But no, we're going to have a ball on this thing. It's going to be live. It's going to be fun. We're going to be shooting all kinds of videos, and it'll be great. So that being said, this is kind of, now check this out. Now, I don't know if this is going to still be good, but this is the kind of thing that I'm learning in my workshop. This is a, string trimmer string. Look how the containers turn yellow. Found it over here in the cabinet over here. So the line itself may be dry rotted, but I'm going to put it down in the storage building. So it's where I need it.
And more importantly, there's a thing I want that people follow where every other year the Panthers are good. And every year you go back and look at it.
Here's one of my plumbers.
That's his house or his head or what it is.
And I haven't been able to find any of these yet.
Now you have one. It's in the bottom.
Hey, Justin. Yeah.
To say and place the name. I think can't.
Pre-game, post-game, training camp, on the field, off the field, and All or Nothing is amazing. So please stream it over on Amazon. All 5 of these.
Yeah, we'll be there week 1, and we'll be the last game of the season too, for the Redskins game. Now, anybody who lives in the Richmond, Virginia area, or even the DMV area, myself, my dad, and E2 Blue are going to be at Redskins training camp on Saturday, my birthday. At 9:45 is when the practice starts, and it's free, no cost to get in. So all you got to do is show up. And make sure you guys wear your Dallas Cowboy gear proud, because we're taking over. And hopefully the Wi-Fi, hopefully the cell phone is good enough that we can post. So make sure on my page you go to my last video and add me on all my social media, because I'm going to be putting some stuff on there. It takes about an hour and a half to get down there, so. Oh, I will get some footage with some Ed Oliver. But yeah, we'll be out there. But it takes about an hour and a half to get down to Richmond. Depending on traffic.
interesting, fascinating case study of what this team is in 29. I feel like every year you age in your 20s is like 3 years. Like,
Yeah, a lot of people say they live in Richmond. How long is the way y'all leave and go to Richmond to go? It's like an hour.
Well, no, about an hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half depending on traffic.
To go down the list, Sidney Jones, Jalen Miller, sold out, Craig on the block, all under 25. So if they're going to win the NFC East, they're going to make the plays in December against Dallas or if they need corners and safeties. I feel like I won't have to be huge, and they're very young.
Hold up. We them boys.
Obvious. My man's like, I wanted to watch the Redskins. The former Washington Redskins, he's a homer. My man's a homer over here. He's like, I'm going to Washington Redskins.
To win the division?
I mean, I'm not sure what they're actually talking about. I don't know if they're doing it per division. But it says which young stars will have impact this season. Will have the most impact this season. It's not going to be Dwayne Haskins. But it's funny though, because the Washington Redskins, the former Washington Redskins won the.
Will he be healthy and that defensive front of Alabama boys? Think about those guys.
No, the Redskins were just one of the picks.
And through the course of the season, they kind of went out a little bit. And so I feel like those guys have to sustain it for the full season. And they know what that feels like this year. You know, last year they didn't. Got hurt as a rookie, came back here to play great, but he kind of, didn't stay.
Watch the Redskins. Former Washington Redskins picked the Washington Redskins.
Of course. And you know what? Oh man. Jobu, it's actually kind of funny that Jobu has a connection with a lot of people. You know, there's a connection with D'Angelo Hall too.
At least he has a job.
2014, we were actually at Redskin Park on their training field. I got a picture of him on the Redskin helmet. And we did a photo shoot with D'Angelo Hall. And I'm not saying that Jobu was bad luck, but D'Angelo didn't do much after that. Just saying.
He has bad luck for other teams. Not for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, some people will beg to differ. They'll say that Jobu is the reason why we don't win. But I gotta say,
and what was Dallas Cowboys doing before Jobu?
8-8, 8-8, 8-8.
Exactly.
So, what we can do here. Do a little test here. What's happening? I see Maui, I see Jamal, I see Eric, I see Kerry. And we finally get a little cool front here in Texas. Oh man, it's cool down in Texas. Glad to hear. We definitely cooled down here on the East Coast.
Yeah, because it's rain. I still might get mad even though it's garbage. If for nothing else to play the games on my channel. I don't know who deserves to be 99 on that.
All right, so this is the color that they're looking for. And that countertop over
I'm
there.
not sure who should be number 99 on that. I mean, I guess to say Tom Brady.
And the countertop is solid cherry. Whoa! It my man 7. Thank you, man. Oh man, well I tell you what, man. Oh, okay. Here's what I realized. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I found out with doing keto diet that you can do like a cheat day like once a week. Game day, cheat day, Jobu wings. That's it. That's what we're gonna be doing, man. So I've got it down. And Oh, so menu-wise. Okay, here's the thing. You want to be able to go ahead and do stuff real easy. So when you show up, you can drop, boom, and just start cooking. The great thing about my deep fryer, and depending on how many people we get confirmed, if they say it's going to be 300 plus, I might buy a second deep fryer. It's like $225 for it. But then what I can do is, because here's the thing. You want to be able to serve. If you got that many people to serve, you want to be able to go boom. So that way you get a rush. Because I worked in restaurants. Oh my God. Oh my freaking God. I got to show you guys. Oh, I got to show something. Oh man. It is a small world. It's small. It is teeny tiny. I'm telling you. Mike, I don't even think I told you about this yesterday. Okay. Guess what Dallas Cowboy player grew up where I grew up?
Who, John Lewis?
No.
I have no idea.
Jason Witten grew up about 2 miles from where I grew up.
I thought he was from Tennessee.
He moved to Tennessee.
I'll say that.
His dad, unfortunately, his dad had a drinking problem and stuff, and so when he was 11, he moved to Tennessee.
I didn't know that.
Okay, I think that. Let me double check with that. Okay, so Jason Witten. Now here's what's great. Turns out, okay, I used to everything goes full circle. You know, everything in life, there's the 3 degrees of separation or whatever it is. So last night, I used to manage Sam's Delis, which were, lunch delicatessens. We catered weddings and company picnics. So, we would do catering sometimes for 5,000 people. So that's why doing, 300 people is not a big deal. I know how to do that. But Sam from Sam's Deli sent me a Facebook message last night. And I hadn't talked to Sam in years. And he said, I know that you're a big Dallas Cowboy fan. He's like, Jason Witten grew up in Vienna. And I said, I heard that, but I said, I never really... knew for sure, because I was like, I just don't remember it. Turns out Sam was an ankle biters coach, Little League. He sent me a picture of Jason Witten, Jason Witten on the team all those years ago. So I got a picture of Jason Witten. I'll do a video about it and show it, because I don't know if Jason Witten even got that one. But if I were going to training camp, I would go ahead and get that framed and say, hey, ankle biter days, here you go. So that was kind of cool. So 3 degrees of separation,
Get that picture signed.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So anyway, I digress. And I know people that are watching like, man, what kind of job is it you guys got? Well,
we're self-employed, at least at this time.
I'm old, and I have a certain set of skills.
Yeah.
Certain set of skills that make me very, very valuable. And if you do not release my daughter, all right, terrible invitation. But you see these doors. If you try to get these doors, you can mail order them for about $75 a piece, but see, bam. Or we did that. See that countertop over there? Look at that work that's gone into that. I'm going to finish sanding that later. We're going to put the cover on it. Look at that. All this molding over here. Custom to match a house. A house that was built in 1830.
Oh, who cares about fantasy football? Who cares?
Alert, Thursday, August 8th, the Redskins are in Cleveland for the first preseason game. Okay. All right, so this is a finish that I'm not crazy about doing. Tongue well.
But do you have the
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
But do you have the steel wool?
Yeah.
They found out you steel wool.
Oh,
the same,
yeah.
Should have used them on it.
That's not a bad match.
Oh, Zeke Elliott is top 3 for fantasy football. Yeah. That's not worth doing a video on, because I don't care about fantasy football. Fantasy football is another way for the NFL to make more money.
Fantasy football is...
No, that's all. Fantasy football is another way for the NFL to make more money. That's all it is.
All right, so...
Because you got people watching all the games, because of their players.
Color-wise,
on the team.
that's the first coat. Look at that. Bam. That is, oh, let me put the grains together. Look at that. Perfect colorization. Now, we'll put 2 coats on it, which will get a little bit darker, which will get them close together. So that's what that whole solid piece of cherry is going to be. 11 and 5. That's my guess.
It's going to be 10 and 6.
11 and 5.
10 and 6.
Okay.
Yeah, who cares? Talk about some real news. I don't care about it. 10 and 6.
And here, look at this. This, the refrigerator cabinet I built downstairs in my outdoor man cave. This is the door for the cabinet. Still don't know what we're going to put in the bottom of the cabinet, but we got a door for it at least.
You all the stuff you need for outside.
That's true. More storage.
I mean for
Never have too much storage.
for the outside bar.
I gotta get my wife to come in here because she won't believe how clean it is in here. It's never this clean because usually she comes in here, it's like, oh, all that dust. Yeah, I think Bill Belichick is going to be their defensive coordinator this year too.
Who?
Bill Belichick, because they didn't replace the defensive coordinator.
I mean, it don't matter what the Patriots do. They're still going to have a good. They're still going to do good this season. They take bombs and make them superstars. That Eric Flowers, they can make them into superstars. That's old news.
Of course.
Because they said on Cowboys YouTube channel, I think a week ago, that he was ready for camp.
Hey Tom, how am I doing? Hey man, I'm living the dream. I am on this side of the dirt. Okay, so I woke up and got out of bed. That's always a great day.
This is work recording.
And what's that?
No, we're talking about Dallas Cowboys.
It's on, so you can back it up if you want to.
The thing is, the Challenge Frederick.
Hey, Miss Jackie, how you doing? Ken, please. Yeah, we got a live chat going here. Kind of working in the shop. Well, actually, I'm kind of cleaning up the shop. I'm just trying to go through some of the stuff because I got lots of tools and stuff like that. What's that?
Camps just started. Guys are getting hurt.
Always happens immediately. Some people always get hurt. That's the hard thing about football.
What is it? Atlanta has 5 guys that already hurt.
I hadn't heard that.
They weren't big name players though. So that's probably why you didn't hear much about it.
Damn. Ain't that some stuff? See, this is why you need to clean up. I just bought a bottle of this yesterday, degreaser for outside. Here it is. I got one up here. It's probably been up here 10 years. Can of goof off, nothing in it. Wallpaper stripper, ain't gonna use that anytime soon. I really need to clean up more often.
No, I'm not going to do that. I just have a segment out there.
Damn. Wow. Talk about a blast. Blast from the past that's been up here. Little banks I used to make. You open up, put your money in. Wow. I need to hold on to this kind of stuff. I did this stuff when I used to do craft fairs, when Michael was like 2 years old. Wow.
Yeah, those over there too.
The pickup truck, yeah.
Cut door. I used to like those.
Original U.S. government Nordic silver dollars. Bulletin, 9:45 a.m. National Congress 3,477 of the last surviving United States minute Nordic silver.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff that can just kind of go. Excuse me, guys.
A lot of these homes are
Guaranteed to be able to uncirculated
Damn,
fine
I
condition.
got more lacquer than
less of
Massively increased silver
mold, mildew, stain
the
remover,
or even higher purchases of silver.
spar urethane. I got all these cans of lacquer thinner. Damn.
Just 19.90 each. Strict limit of 9 points per goal. Money back guarantee.
Glue's still good, isn't it? Well, it's still good.
Or log on to realmorgans.com.
Try and get them. Save that glue. Don't waste that money. That's what broke people do. We don't waste that money.
No, come on now.
I can't believe it's that close. That is really look at the two pieces. That's the same color. See, the reason why I'm saying I can't believe it's that close because the piece I have is real wood. It's cherry. The other piece in there is a piece of particle board that's got like a veneer on it. So you have them that close. So look, this is what drives me crazy. Okay? You see this? This is what you get now when you buy furniture. Look, it's particle board with a paper thin veneer on top of it. That's it. Shit. I hate it. I hate, people like, well, why do you go ahead and use the plywood or solid wood? Because it's going to last. Yeah, it's going to last. It's going to last. Now, here, I tell you what. Well, Michael, wait until that dry. Let me show you guys some stuff, okay? Now, I need to do a little bit of maintenance work and stuff on it, but see, look. Why don't you take a look? You see this right here?
Existing investigation into the president and his campaign, unquote. That's in the report, correct?
Pulls out, boom.
That would be evidence.
File cabinet drawers. Look at this.
Naturally obstruct their investigation, correct?
I built this about
Let's turn now to
14 years ago.
Of the crime of obstruction of justice,
14 years ago.
Nexus to an official
I
proceeding.
challenge you to find a piece of furniture built that way. The top is solid cherry, okay? The only part that's actually plywood is right here. Everything else on this is solid wood. This table, take the pins out, it comes apart. It's hickory. You see any cracks, chips, peeling veneer? Nothing. Nothing at all. The cabinets, 15 years ago. So that's why when you build something right, it'll last. If you use materials that are crap, shit's gonna come apart and you gotta replace it. Yeah. And so I want you to take a good look at these doors. This is just the first coat of paint and stuff on these. Okay, this is poplar. The wood is poplar that we use for the style and rails, and then it's a 1/4-inch piece of maple plywood. Over here, this is our solid wood countertop. This is all cherry that I've laminated up together. I can't sand it now because I got to sand it with 150 and then 180 before we put the tongue oil on it. But I'm going to let him do that stuff. So when I build stuff, I try to build it to last. Now that doesn't mean that sometimes things just don't work out or don't, because a lot of times I'm building stuff for the first time that I've never had to before. And, you're kind of, sometimes people's expectations of what they want are beyond what's possible. But for the most part, this stuff will be here for a long, long time. And I'm very, very proud of being able to do this kind of stuff. You know what? We've got all of the streets up here. That's where all these drop cloths should be here.
Not at the moment.
Huh?
Not at the moment.
What do you mean after?
You gonna put them up here?
No, here.
Oh, I thought you said.
This is that one that we had all the installation in.
Yeah, it's rental property.
Yeah, my thing about anime and movies and stuff, but he looks
like he hits quarterbacks, don't he?
he's good at heavy lifting on the NFL top 100, so he's their star pupil. Next, Colts offensive tackle, Jamarcus Webb.
Steve Smith said they're coming today.
Versus
Yeah, that's a little bit more straight.
So, this is my mission, is to get myself better organized. Oh, and see, here's what's cool too. So we've got all this cherry that was that we used for building this other countertop and stuff. This is a different project, but this is actually some cherry that was kind of miscut and kind of like bad pieces. So what I did was we laminated this stuff together. You can see it's on the thinner side, but we're actually going to make a dresser out of this scrap stuff, so we're not actually wasting it. But tell me that's not beautiful. But now it's real thin, and of course that's going to be on the inside, but nobody will know.
That's hilarious. He does kind of like what's the goal? He plays for us. That's what the Goldberg refers to.
Okay, I can't fold up stuff straight. This is where my wife looks at me whenever I try and fold up sheets. It's just like, it's good here. You suck. I can't fold up clothes either.
The clothes are easy to fold.
Well, yeah, fold, but to have them fold look like something, I just can't do it.
He was voted most likely to be cast in the lead role of a Wooly Williams movie.
You see how expensive it is now to get in the shop, Mike? You gotta climb it over stuff.
Oh, good. Not that.
See, this is another thing. Started working on this. Boom. I was thinking about making an outdoor game table to go outside, so that way we can sit down if we want to, make a nice chest. Connecticut, I don't recognize that number, so you can leave a voice message. You're probably still in it.
I mean, you got
We need to take this down to Waynesboro and use on the home place. The place the garage door, more in the front door.
we can do that next time we go down. As long as it's before or after when I come back to California.
Yeah, I hear you.
The good thing is I'm taking a red eye coming back, so we go to work after I come back too. That same day. So,
What I'm hoping
at
is
least that's some good news to go work on that Wednesday.
what I really want to do is I want to be able to let's trade camp open. Hopefully be working here in the shop so that way I can cover a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to do deliveries. We don't have a lot of work to do.
Oh no, we got a lot of work to do.
No, I'm saying though when it gets slow, I'm gonna do deliveries. But I gotta make up for what I'm gonna be losing when I'm going to California.
We got lots to do. That ain't
That's fine,
wrong.
Oh, Kurt Warner. Looks like Kurt Warner has a new TV show on TV. Yeah, that's fine. I'll make time for Coach States. That's not my I mean Georgia. That's not my main. That's not my priority.
Yeah. That's okay. That's the 20.
Everything on your list. This week's Western get books for 10 cents. 10 cents in store or online from the advisors of office
I want to take care of my team. I'm debating if I should get mad or not.
Oh, you're not gonna listen to DeMarcus Lawrence said, man, F him.
No, I mean I'm not a big fan of Madden. Because Madden is garbage anywhere. Which is true. I mean, they basically put the same game out with updated rosters and new graphics. I mean, that's what it is. I'll only go get mad if I'm going to play them on my channel. I might see the Cowboys make it on the. And Dak Prescott made it at number 14 his rookie year on the top 100. And Zeke Elliott, I think, got number 4.
They're not going to put Dak on there.
They did. I said his rookie year. His rookie year.
No, I'm saying he won't be on there this year. If they put him on there above Carson Wentz, you know everybody will lose their damn mind.
Carson Wentz, I don't think made his rookie year.
No, I'm saying, but this year, if they do that,
I think he'll be on. I'm just curious where he's going to rank. I know Zeke Elliott's going to be on there too. It's just where they're going to be ranked.
what the hell?
What are they doing? I have no idea who's playing is.
Jalen Ramsey. I thought.
It might be. They'll probably say whatever it is. Coming in a money truck. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey.
So much for him saying he was going to be quiet.
I was like a school to heat. It felt like that. You know, the best part is like they like get ready. Yeah, ready to.
Jalen Ramsey, I thought he was going to quiet down.
Wait, is he play for the Browns?
No, he plays Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville.
He's the one that, he was one of the ones that guys learn. Don't talk trash about Dak. Because Dak goes off. Because he talked about Dak and what they did to Jacksonville, they tore him up.
Of course they did.
You mentioned that week 1 matchup, Jaguars, Chiefs. Let's talk about Kansas City. Their rookies and quarterbacks reported training camp. And everyone was working on the reigning MVP captured the home. Let's take a listen to what Coach Andy Reid said about the challenges that Holmes will face in year 2 of the start.
But it's a great challenge. Second year's a huge challenge.
See, look like Tony. He looked like he lost some weight. Andy Reid.
And the offense for that matter.
That's good.
So, and he's fired up about that. He's
I'm glad you lost some weight.
OTAs, and I know he'll continue to do it here.
Obviously, we were super close to making the Super Bowl, and we fell just short of that. But we're going to keep progressing forward, keep learning from that game, learn from what we didn't do as well, and learn from what we didn't have success.
Y'all played the Patriots. That's why y'all lost.
A lot of expectations, a lot of hype, MVP, 50 touchdowns. If you ask the question, what will it take to exceed the expectations or exceed what he did in 2019? In my eyes, the answer is win a Super Bowl. It's not a remember. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. I think he has his eyes on that. I think Andy Reid has his eyes on a Super Bowl trophy, and he feels like this is.
Because he's been the one that lost.
Get there. You heard Andy say it's going to be a struggle a little bit because have film of him. On this reverse side,
I think that they're one of the most overhyped teams. I think the Rams are going to be coming back down to earth.
No, the Browns are the most overhyped team. The Browns are the most overhyped team. That's the truth.
You need to get a cover for this. For your toolbox. We need to get some kind of cover for your toolbox. Let's get it all done.
Last year, Holmes got Holmes back. Andy Reid, Andy Reid. So, everything is in his favor. Oh, yeah, you add these ball and everyone's back to last year's offense. I think he can be better. That's what I believe is in the future. Yeah, I mean, he can be better because it's year 2 as a starter, and because I think Tyreek.
Or it's a sophomore slump as a starter.
It's just so interesting for me that like
I think they'll be a good
has
team.
changed. A year ago, unknown
The
things.
Browns are the ones that are the most overhyped team.
His off season. I mean, he's front row at the NFL honors. He's front row at the ESPYs. He's at the Stanley Cup Finals. He's doing Hallmark has now released a Patrick Holmes Christmas ornament. I'm not kidding. Patrick Holmes for 20 dollars. I grew up with that. Was a star athlete.
Probably is.
I've seen the star life.
That was my first tool belt too.
That's a nice electrician tool.
That's the first one that we bought.
Yeah, you need to, well, I've got my other ones over there, so, yeah, we just need to start getting organized.
You can probably just throw that in my bag and say for it.
Maybe he doesn't have to get any better. How much better do we
I need to get a motor
Right?
for
I
this.
know as an MVP that.
Yes, I'm gonna learn how to use it. I seen a lot. I watch a lot of people on YouTube
Oh, was that another super chat? Junebug, thank you very much, man. You are the bomb, man. Appreciate that.
You can't just score 50 points every single week. But the defense had a lot of talented players, new coordinator. I think it will be better.
And that's you, Frank Clark. All right, let's bring in Tom Pacero. He is covering all the topics that you need to keep your eyes on as training camp is underway. 5 more teams showing up in full on top of rookies, meeting vets. Tom, thanks for spending time with us this morning, all day long on NFL Network, including, of course, Inside Training Camp Live. There's some news on a friend of the show, one of the best pass rushers in the game. What's going on with Yannick Ngakoue?
Yannick Ngakoue not reporting to training camp with his teammates in Jacksonville. In fact, my understanding is the sides really aren't talking right now. Ngakoue entering the last year of his rookie deal is due about $2 million. Former third-round pick who has 29.5 career sacks this season, so that's going to be a situation to keep an eye on.
Excuse me.
Another pass rusher we're going to be tracking for a while here, Jadeveon Clowney. I am told that the Texans do not expect Clowney to report.
No, we didn't have chili last night.
He's not signed his franchise tender, which means the Texans cannot find him. However,
Watching you at work like an alcoholic. Okay. Well, I'm waiting.
I'm not showing up.
Well, they said that he's still studying the playbook and stuff. So there's that. All right, so now we got a nice full bottle of blue there, Mike. Saved a little more space.
That's a lot of money. $1 million a week if you don't show up.
You know what I could do with $1 million? You know how many homes that we could? We could build 10 duplexes and provide 20 homes. 20. Seriously, $100,000. I can build a duplex, 1,200 square foot unit. 3 bedroom, 2 bathrooms for $100,000. And this dude, he doesn't show up. That's a week.
No.
That's a week's worth of money.
Yeah, for starting week 1. Starting at the end of the season. Look at all the money Earl Thomas lost by not showing up.
Talented player. This is a kid who's never missed a game for the Jaguars. Still one of these young.
That guy lost a lot of money too for not showing up.
Here we go.
Nah, I ain't gonna show up.
And the Jaguars have a lot of personalities. We're going to want to get paid. It's Ngakwe.
That's why Zeke Elliott is just a stupid guy.
No, the Cowboys are stupid if they don't get these deals done.
Well, Zeke Elliott, you can wait till next year. But Dak Prescott we need to do something about here. Because his numbers is going to go through the roof. But Zeke Elliott's numbers isn't going to go through the roof. Because running backs are being starting to get revalued later in their careers.
Both teams need both players on the football field. They are so critical for what their defense, both teams, what their defense are able to do. Because like you said, that defense solves a lot. We got almost that. And Houston,
Because we're not going to Waynesboro tomorrow.
JJ brought up
We don't have a meeting.
things can happen. And you have to have these guys in the
We'll have to see how that tongue oil dries up. But it's possible we might be able to do that tomorrow instead. Well, we'll see.
At some point, these teams know it's coming. These dudes want
By Friday, we didn't get that game by Friday.
those contracts.
Worst case scenario.
That is coming, but I don't, Jalen Ramsey was very funny. He's a little bit more quiet about his, but it's definitely coming. It's coming.
Yeah, because look, you know, without Cowboys head.
See how it shakes out. Everybody cannot eat like they like to in the league per salary cap. More to come on Good Morning Football. Inside Training Camp Live.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
I mean, he was on the given a player list.
Number 2, number 1. Who's more valuable this season? I'll tell you.
My Mevo battery, I have to go to either Bailey's Crossroad or Fairfax to replace it. And I want to go to Home Depot and get the other. I'm going to get a shorter, heavy-duty hose. That way I can carry it over there. Then that way we don't have to use the other hose to keep that neater. That definitely works a lot better over there. It looks like we got a lot of scrap wood too. For the brand stuff. Well, I got a bunch outside.
Yeah, you said you had
So I
to-
can clean that out.
You can take that to me. Well, I'm not doing the business because it's season.
This year and is the fastest growing place by far in the nation.
I mean, I could go to Arlington.
Working hard to make our business experience.
None.
Or go on vacation.
Oh, sorry, change of plans. That was my metal that's getting bent that I need for tomorrow. So that means we're gonna need to pick that up this afternoon and get the gutters in
Well,
too.
it's time to go this afternoon.
And yeah,
I'm not doing deliveries tonight.
Okay, that might be a big change of plans then. In which case,
Which is good because we get that done before I go on vacation.
right. Well, yeah.
That's the main thing.
And
Hopefully
so,
get this delivered too before I go on vacation.
you know, I'm the redheaded stepchild.
I'm leaving on the first.
You know, I always talk about quality, and you get what you pay for. You know, and this is going to be my rant right here because a lot of times you buy stuff because you think, oh, that's a name brand. Everybody knows. Like Lazy Boy. Oh, Lazy Boy Furniture. Yeah, that's a ding because, you know, you have like Value City, Bob's Furniture. You know, you figure Lazy Boy, they've been in business forever, like Bassett Furniture. You know, because I remember, your grandmother used to get a Bassett dresser, and it would last, and they'd pass it down for years. But I used to work for a furniture store, and we built a warehouse for them. And when we built the warehouse, we had to build a workshop, because this is what's crazy to me. It didn't matter if you were buying Bassett or Broyhill or all these different furniture companies, because you see all these furniture stores and all that. But guess what? All the same shit comes from China, same assembly lines. And they just stamp a different name on it. And the stuff comes in so bad that here's what they realize. 80% of the stuff should be coming in fine, but they know 20% is going to be damaged. So instead of sending it back to us, we're just going to cut you a 20% off the cost of it. What does the furniture store do? They had a workshop to touch up the furniture, to glue things back together before it went out to the customer. So it get damaged on the ships coming from China, across the coast by truck.
Every day, and finally, we're here.
So we found out it's technically leather, but it's really not. It's called bonded leather. And basically they've taken like old leather or used leather or leather and stuff, and they basically put it on a backing, glue it together, and put it in there. And so the shelf life of that is about 2 years to 3 years. But they're charged us prices for leather. Yeah. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're taking those 2 sets, and those are going down in the man cave because, well, they're more seating. It's 6 seats. The recliner seats. But we're going to get covers made for it so that way it'll be able to be, hopefully last and stuff. And so we ordered some other stuff. So we're going to take this couches that are downstairs. Right. So we're going to take so that means tomorrow morning we got to get up early.
That's fine.
Because we got to do the gutters, the fascia boards, the soffit stuff.
Because after they come on Friday, I'm going to do deliveries. So we're good. We're good.
So yeah, we need to pick that stuff up for them. So anyway, that's what we got to do is we got to take care of all that stuff. But we're going to give the sofa and the love seat that's down in the basement now to my brother-in-law. So when we go down to Waynesboro, we can take that stuff, do that, fix the gutters and everything else, and come back and have everything great. So
this is as much excitement as there has been maybe since Rex Ryan came, maybe since
Lordy.
Edwards came. There are a few reasons for that. You said Adam Gase. I was talking
The Jets have not been good since that Mark Sanchez.
Adam Gase brings
and who is now in the booth, College Game Day. I can't blame him on that one.
Well, because he doesn't want to. Well, he was stealing money last year from the Redskins. So.
What's up, my Dallas Cowboy family? We're just actually here painting. And right now, Michael's doing the drawer fronts. And right now we're just watching paint dry. Now, the only bad thing is I want to let that dry out real good before you flip them over because I don't want it to be
I'm not flipping over yet.
even though they only won 4 games last year.
I think the guy not flipping over
but I need to caulk this. I need that to dry so I can walk around quick with the next coat on top. I had a thought here. Because we got to still get the.
These are almost dry. We can put another.
I've got to make sure that I can get the coats on this before we go too. So we got a lot to do. Boy, we got a lot. But that's good because then I can get my carpet tools in too. Finish the carpet. Oh, there's so much to do.
We got a lot to do.
Emily Ann, how are you doing today? Nobody's pissed you off today? None of the talking heads out there have said some bad things about our Cowboys?
They're really not saying much about them being good. At least not today.
You live in Ohio? Oh, Ohio. Okay, it doesn't mean I'm a member of the Buckeye Nation. Okay. Look at these teams already at training camp, got me all jealous. Now, you know what? I'm okay. Because at least they're not getting injured. Okay? Let's not push it.
Five players.
Yep.
From that's I believe from Atlanta got injured.
I know I was good.
No big name people there.
My head just does not work real good. I know I was ready to do something and I forgot what it was I was doing wrong. Right there. Get my door for downstairs together so that way I can put this on later today. So that way I can try and cross off. So that way I can cross off all the stuff on the outside. In fact, I can go ground set this morning. That'll make my wife happy.
really hit the mainstream. I think it's the defense. I really do. I think from Jamal to CJ Mosley, massive.
I can't wait till we have games and have friends over. All the work that I've done on the outside.
You know, next is gonna be off the chain.
But
Because are they starting football in August?
well, good question.
Or they want to extend the
That probably wouldn't start until after the original agreement was done. I wouldn't think it would do that immediately if all was next year, but again, who knows?
No, but they have to have it done before the next season. Before
They have
2020.
to have the agreement. Well, the agreement actually goes through to the end of next year. But I doubt if they sign it this year that they would make that immediately. I think it would take a year or so to set that
I mean,
up.
they're only extending the season mainly because they want to have more games than Monday.
Well, no, they want to do that for
Well,
more money.
that too, by saying to have 2 buys, then you got more games than Monday. And that's why they want to make it more global.
This thing go. It's the culture in that building. It's the culture that
There's some truth to that.
building. It's the culture that
On top of the NFL owners getting their money
CJ
too.
Mosley brings over for
That's
Baltimore.
what's really
It's
about.
those guys.
Yeah, but you can get more.
Football.
But they were talking about having more games in London for a long time.
Dominant organization. Yeah. How do they kind of intertwine some of that into what the Jets are doing and kind of create their own thing? And you know, like you said, it's gonna be a tough task because New England's in that division. But you look at what they've been able to do, and they are. You know, the reason we're getting them so much attention is because they deserve it. They are a really good team on paper. You don't win games on paper. So.
Chemistry seems to be the top right. Training camp might be more important for that. Most important for that squad. Any of them showing up today. Five early rookies. That's their all there for 5 stars. The Jets included. We've got you covered. We'll sell that on the news.
Did the rookies already report?
I think they start. I think they go in at the trade facilities today to do the final check-in.
So I know some of the teams, the rookies already reported.
Well, a lot of teams, the veterans are reporting now.
No, I'm talking about the rookies already reported before the veterans.
Some do, but not the Cowboys. It's a good option. Everybody does the same thing.
Should be the highest paid in this position, especially after seeing the Jets fork over $17 million per CJ Mosley. His desire for a new
Yeah,
team
but
keeping
see,
it from important training camp. Well, NFL Network on Saturday, a record reporting is expected to show up today. Even though Wagner will do what he did during off-season workouts, that's put himself in harm's way. Meanwhile, Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey wants to be a member of an exclusive club, the one where you gain entry for gaining 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving. McCaffrey says he almost did it last year, and it was a bummer not getting it. He says there's a lot of facts in the league who can get there. The other 2 members, of course, Marshall Falk and Roger Craig. Eagles quarterback Roger Darby is expected to start training camp on the physically unable to perform list. This is going to Bradley. He's reporting that he looks like he'll be active.
Okay. All right. What's the next thing, Mike?
get that grass cut.
Well, at least it's not hot.
But really, I don't need you unless you want to do it.
All right. So give that a good. Go cut the grass, and you should go.
Well, I thought you said you wanted to do.
Or yeah, I'll go ahead and caulk that after it.
Because they're almost dry. I'm not going to pretend they're almost dry. At least the first 2 are dry. Well,
I need to do something like that. Like those
this one is almost dry.
JG Wentworth, how can I help you get cash?
I want to pay off my debt and move into my own place, but I need cash now to do it.
Do you get regular payments from an insurance company?
Yes.
In exchange for some or all your future payments, we give you a lump sum of cash now. Call now, also get $25 for receiving a quote. Call 877-CASH now. 877-CASH now. That's 877-CASH now.
Tired of struggling with regular mirrors that don't adjust so you can't get close enough? Need full panels?
got to caulk in the edges in here because see the panels float, but you want them to be able to expand and contract with it.
friction locking mechanism means you can put it on any smooth surface place, horizontal or vertical. Lock it onto any mirror, table, or desk. Use it in the shower, even on a window. The secret is Flexible Mirror's super strong articulating arm that's attached with an ingenious ball and socket so it can swivel and rotate for the perfect angle. And look how strong it holds. The mirror is precision crafted with 10 times magnification and
Boom.
crystal clear optics. And for the
Hello, everybody. Mark Holmes here. Michael Anthony's getting ready to go out and cut the grass as well.
Flexible Mirror
The grass is growing.
shaving, fine makeup, hairstyling, grooming, and accessorizing easier than ever before. Plus, men, listen up. The 10 times magnification makes it perfect for giving your beard a detailed trim. Whatever you need to do, Flexible Mirror comes to you. Plus the contemporary chrome accents and a lovely modern touch to any room. Stop struggling to put in your delicate contacts and let Flexible Mirror come to you. So it's much easier to do. Similar mirrors can cost as much as $100 and they don't even come to you. But you can get Flexible Mirror for the special TV discount price of just $19.99. We guarantee you'll love the Flexible Mirror so much that it comes with a 90-day no questions asked money back guarantee. And here's the best part. They give you free shipping on your entire order. That's right, free shipping. Here's how to order.
You order from 1-800-859-6643. That's 1-800-859-6643. Or order online at tryflexiblemirror.com.
Sounds of football start now. Every touchdown
That's two down.
with some patience and some first. We were built for games like today.
Oh boy, time to talk top 100 players of 2019 presented by Amazon, the original series The Boys. So last night, this is what we found out. Super Bowl MVP Julian Edelman makes the list at number 90, and here we go. Devin McCourty from the Patriots, a multi-time Super Bowl champ. Cameron Hayward, Cam Newton,
Trent Williams, Frank Clark.
Landry, Harrison Smith, Bradley Chubb. I like that. Bradley Chubb on there, and Trent Williams. A lot of questions about him right now. So the highlighted guy, most notably Cam, falling on this list from 25 last year all the way to 87. That's a bit of a dive. Is this too low for Cam?
I think it's absolutely too low for him. Especially when you play the quarterback position, the ball's in your hands every play. I think we all know a lot of the reason he didn't have such a great season was the shoulder issue. So, I've seen guys miss whole years and not be ranked as low as Cam is right now. So
Yeah.
a little bit of a slight, and he's definitely watching.
You put it with your American Spears, so Carson Wentz had an injury, he went 93. Cam's here, that means that we're talking guys like Lions, like this higher than Cam, I assume Stafford's higher than Cam. I think it's slight on Cam Newton, man. Really good season before he got hurt last year. They were 6-2. Messes up his shoulder, plays in pain. Davis Ford, I guess, in the NFL 100. I think it's insulting.
It's even wilder than that because you want to go back to 2016. He was number 1 on this list. He was the guy. He was 73 headed into that year. Oh, that's the guy. Turns out he was the MVP as number 1. I said this earlier in the show. Just as we get off that trends, everybody is angry about those. Now we get into this. So Cam is watching, and I have a feeling he's the guy who watches. I think this could be the best one for him. Healthy, new delivery, new this, new that. If this is going to make him angry or happy, whatever it means, the emotional response, Cam, take it and run with it.
I'll say this, we saw Wentz was revealed, they're switching quarterbacks. If Wentz can drop from 3rd to 96 and dealing with an injury-plagued season, then why not Cam drop that much as well? A lot of food, a lot of support questions about his shoulder. Cam did make this list every year, though, since entering the NFL. This year, coming in at 87.
Hey, everybody.
Who's ranked numbers 80 to
Everybody.
71 in the top
Everybody.
100 players of 2019,
Everybody.
presented by the Amazon original series The Boys, continues tonight at 9 Eastern on NFL Network. We've got everything in here, social, all the reactions on GMFB tomorrow morning.
I'm an English major. I think I normally speak
So
really well.
I haven't been paying attention to the top 100. I know they did it on Monday, so they're doing it every night in a row, as opposed to once a week this year.
I can't say it,
Interesting.
No more.
So
As you're learning, I can't say that word.
I'm just gonna go out and cut the grass.
You don't know what it means. I can define it.
Gonna let that caulk in there dry with the paint, and then he's gonna put another coat of paint on that, and then I can go ahead and sand out the other piece and do some more work. But at least the shop is getting slowly but surely a little bit cleaner. Thank goodness. All right, guys. What day? We're doing it Saturday. Saturday morning. We'll be there because we're gonna be leaving about 6 o'clock in the morning. But I'll be back this afternoon because, like I said, I'm gonna go do some stuff in the back yard for the moment, and then I got to go run to the store and pick up some stuff to kind of organize the stuff a little bit better and things. So as always, I want to thank everybody who's been in here, hanging out, enjoying. I've been enjoying my time with you guys. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. Appreciate that. It's going to help us to make the tailgate even bigger and to continue to do a lot of great stuff with the channel and stuff. And also, too, everybody who does the super chat, last week we've got the Ed Too Tall Jones Jobu jersey. In fact, I need to go out and get some of those picture frames because I got to work on the man cave, too. We're going to be getting that stuff together and getting it done. So I appreciate it. Well, thank you, William. I appreciate that thought. Deadskins football. We're going to be there Saturday. We'll be We're going to try and broadcast there. Do a couple of live streams from their practice. And we're going to try and spread some bad mojo, and I mean bad mojo on the Redskins. I'll see you guys a little later.
The Bears have the perfect defense.